Ndume had queried the rationale behind the stepping down, noting that the fund was unevenly shared among states. But during Wednesday plenary, Senator Ndume raised the motion once again, prompting a divided debate on the matter.
All participating financial institutions, that is microfinance banks. So far, the bank is using about 64 of them, out of which 60 are in Lagos. 4 only are spread around the other 35 states in the country. And I want to also tell my colleagues that the other developmental finance institutions that they call DFI include Bank of Industry, Bank of Agriculture, Nigeria Export Finance and Import Bank, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, National Economic Reconstruction Fund, Nigeria Infrastructure Development Bank, and NISA. And I want to tell my colleagues that the ownership of the Developmental Bank, Development Bank of Nigeria specifically, is owned by 60% of it is owned by the federal government of Nigeria. That gives us the power to not only oversight, but also to have a strong say in how the institution discharges its responsibilities.
While some lawmakers insisted that the disbursement was not favorable to some regions, others reminded them that the loan had criteria to be met.
Start by sharing the sentiment as expressed by the movers of this motion, who, with the statistics he has given to us in this motion, shows that his own region, that is the Northeast, where it comes from, has been shortchanged by these figures he has shown in this motion. But Mr. President, the institution that is involved here is a reputable institution. It's an institution that have laws, rules, and principles that is guiding their day-to-day activities. That if Senator Ali Ndume felt so bad about this, then let's go ahead and set up another ad hoc committee to give it a second look.
Amount you've been able, if you raise 1 billion naira, only 1 billion counterpart will be given for you to be able to access that facility. So this was the reason, and Lagos was able to give that. In fact, the area we are supposed to look at now is the criteria. But as I'm talking to you, 66% of these funds have been paid back, and the bank is only basing their criteria on the basis that you'll be able to repay this loan, so that it will be an evolving loan.
According to them, the requirements were not met by some geopolitical zone.
Further explanation that the bank in question is owned by various international agencies, including the IFC, and is not a wholly owned Nigerian bank. So it's business. They may want to set their own criteria, and so the criteria for the states that are outside Lagos may not be able to be the criteria. And somebody also said that they were very interested in the collateral, and so if the collateral is located where they feel they cannot reach, if there was a breach, they may not accept. But still, I think we should look into the issue. Why I think we should look into the issue is that there may be recommendations here that can help us in future.
The Senate therefore resolved to take another look at the matter and report back in 4 weeks. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News, Abuja.